This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening. So in last class we discussed regarding the pivot chart and salary sheet. So do you have any query regarding the last class? Am I audible to you guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
Chalo then. So I don't think so you have any query regarding last class. So today we are going to work on formula auditing. Okay, we'll continue with that. So we'll create our own data. Give me 1 minute. Okay. So I'll create a one data. Item name USD price. So I want to calculate the INR price. So I'll use a mouse of that laptop, phone, cameras, keyboard. We'll go for the HDMI cable, mouse, headphone. So these are the some items. So I'll go for some dollar here, like laptop. I'll go for the 92. Phone will go for 65. Camera will go for 76. Keyboard 15. 5. Mouse 3. Okay. So I have some data here. So these prices are in the dollars. So I'll convert into a dollar. So I want to convert this into a Indian price. So I'll add a one more here. So we'll take this. So 83, fine. So you can take it as a 83.5. So now I want to convert this data into a INR price. So I'll use one formula here. So equals to 92 multiply by 83.5. So I'm fixing it. What is the function key for fixing this cell? To convert your number into apps. absolute reference.
F4,
F4.
ma'am.
Fine, good. So F4, click on enter option. So after this, select it and drag it. So I'll just change with the symbol. So we have a rupee now. So in our formulas, we have the option here, formula auditing. Okay. So in the formula auditing, the first one is trace precedent. So what is this trace precedent? So trace precedent is nothing but, you can call this as, okay, so it is used for to see which are the columns are involved, or the which are the cells involved. Okay, so it is used to see which cells are involved in the calculation of a single selected cell. I want to know this. So which are the cells are involved in this single selected cells? So that we call it as what? Trace precedent. So I'll add a one more thing here. I'll use a alt equals to. I'll click on enter option. So what is the use of trace precedent? Trace precedent is used to see which cells are involved in the calculation of the single cell. I want to know which cells are used to calculate the, so which cells are involved in calculation of the single cell. So you just select that cell. After that, click on this trace precedence. When I click on this trace precedent, you can see here. So to get to this cell, so all these things are involved. Can you see here? When I click on this again trace precedent, you can see here. Got it, or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am.
Can you
Oh,
explain again, ma'am?
okay. So what is the use of trace precedent?
Can
So
you explain?
sorry, am I audible to you guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So, you know, you got the meaning of trace precedent. I want to know about the cell. So, I want to know which are the cells are involved in the calculation of the single cell. I want to know which are the cells are involved to calculate this total. So, instead of using double click, so what I will do, can you see a trace precedent? I'll just select that cell. I'll click on this in a formula tab. You have the option formula auditing. In that, we have the option trace precedent. When I click on this trace precedent, can you see here? So to get this information, the total, so all these cells are involved. Now, when again I click on in depth, if I want to know, so just click on this trace precedent. Can you see here? So they have used this cell and these cells. Got it now?
Yes, ma'am.
This we call it as trace precedent. So now I want to remove these arrows. So I'll just click on this remove arrows. So this is the first option, trace precedent. So in trace precedent, you can see these cells are involved in the calculation of a single selected cells. And the next one is trace dependence. So I want, this is the opposite of your trace precedent. So it allow you to see which cells are affected by the value of a selected cell. So I want to know, so this USD, this column is used. Okay, so I'll just click on this trace dependence. Can you see here? This single cell are used in the all these cells. So just click on this trace precedent, you can see here. So it is the opposite of it. Trace precedent is nothing but it involves, so to calculate a single cell, which are the cells are used. Okay, this is trace precedent. So opposite of that, so this column used in many of the cells. So I want to check where this cells is used. So I'm selecting this. I'll click on this trace dependence. When you click on this, you can see here the first click it is showing all these things. When I click on again trace depends, you can see here it is used for here also. Got it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine then. So, and you can see here, I'll click on this remove arrows. So, trace precedent, dependence, remove arrows. So, one more thing, if I want to check the formulas, okay, so can you see a show formula? Just click on this. Otherwise, you can use the shortcut key control plus this option. So, I'll just click on this show formula. You can see here which are the formulas are used. So that is B4. B4 multiply by this one. So this is how we can use this show formula, which show the formula. I'll close this. Next, do you have any query regarding this any of the option?
No, ma'am.
Fine then. The next option we are using that is error checking. So I'll make some mistake here. So for example, just select it and I'll delete it. I'll use a one formula equals to, so this amount multiply by USD dollar. Click on enter option. I didn't fix here. When I select and drag it, can you see here? We are not getting any value here. When I click on this show formula, so when I click on this, can you see here the formula? So what I will do, I want to check the mistake, the error checking. So I'll just click on this error checking. You can see here, show the calculation steps you have, ignore the error, edit in the formula bar. So this is a help on this error. So this is the error in the cell B6 into this one B3. So it will display the data. Our value used in the formula is of the wrong data type. So it will show you the error in a value. So show a calculation step. So it will display the calculation step here. You can see here 76 into USD price. So we use 76 multiply by USD price. So I'll just click on this. Evaluate value is okay. It is showing the wrong error for you. Okay. So B6 into B3. B6 multiply by B3. So like this, it will show you the error. If you want to ignore it, you can go for the ignore the message after that.
Ma'am, can you explain?
Yes, yes, ma. So you okay, fine. So I have some error here. Can you see here? I have a nil option here. I'm not getting the value, and the remaining all these things are wrong only. Okay. So now I want to see what is the error. What is the exactly error? What are the mistake we made? So I'll just go to this option, error checking. So I'll just click on this error checking option. Okay, fine. 1 minute. I'll give. So I'll just select it. I'll go to the error checking. So when you click on this error checking, so it is showing the help for you. Help on this error. So this is the error in the cell and these are the cell address. Error in the cell is it is showing what is a mistake. Okay. Now show the calculation steps. So now I want to know what are the calculation steps. So I did here 76 multiply by USD price. 76 multiply by USD price. In depth I want to know. Just click on this evaluate and you can it will display the data for you. This is show calculation steps. So after this, ignore error. The next steps are where you can ignore the error, edit in a formula bar. If you want to make a changes in that, you can go for the edit in the formula bar. When I click on this edit in the formula bar, you can make a necessary changes here. Okay, after making the changes, click on this resume option. Do you have any query?
No, ma'am.
Fine then. So I'll just click on this close option. So what I will do, I'll just delete the entire thing. I'll use equals to 92 multiply by 83 there. I'll fix it by pressing F4, enter, select it and drag it. Okay, so I'll use alt equals to make a total of it. So this is error checking. Then evaluate the formula. Okay, now in depth, if I want to check the formula or the steps in the formula, so I'm using here, I'll select this, I'll click on this evaluate formula. Nothing but step by step, it will in depth, it will show you the steps for you. See here, equals to sum, open the bracket, C4 to C10, again evaluate. So I'll give a one more example for this. It is too small. So I'll use any of the one data here. Give me 1 minute. If I have any data, I'll check. Okay, fine. I'll just check with some of the data.
Ma'am,
Hmm? Yes,
ma'am,
Matanvi.
ma'am, some people are waiting in the lobby.
Is it? 1 minute. They are joining to the new link, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Then it is not locked also.
Okay.
Give me 1 minute, ma. They joined. They are able to join now. Can you just check and let me know, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Fine, then we'll continue this session. Fine. So I'll take any of the formulas here. Okay, fine. So yesterday we created the salary sheet, so we'll go for that. So I want to know this net salary, the steps. So I'll go to the formulas. You have the option here, evaluate formula. So I'll just click on this evaluate formula. Excuse me. So when you click on this, you have the options here. You can see here. So this is the what we have inserted the formula or the function. When I click on this evaluate, okay, so I'll keep it here. I'll click on evaluate. You can see here 4650. This is the first step. We added next. Click on this. Click, see here. So it will show this step by step. Okay. Step in, step out. So all those things are there. So evaluate is nothing but in detail it will show the steps of your formula or the function, that we call it as evaluate formula. Done. So these are the some option: trace, precedent, dependent, remove arrow, show formula, error checking, evaluate formula. So after all these things, so I'll go to my original sheet. So the next one is watch window. So what is this watch window? So it will in detail it will display all the things. So I'll select here. After selecting this, I'll just click on this watch window. When I click on this watch window, so when you click after selecting the table or the data, okay, so click on this watch window. You have the option here add watch. So just click on this add watch. So it will select the range for you. Okay, you can see here select the cell that you would like to watch the value of. Okay, so I'll selected this. Click on this add option. So when you click on this add option, you can see here. So I'll just select this. After selecting this, I'll go to this watch window. What is showing? 1 minute. Watch window. So when you click on this watch window, you can see a book one, nothing but the name of your workbook. So that is book one, sheet one, the sheet. Okay, cell value A1. So A1 we have a USD 1 USD INR. B1. So B1 I have a 83. So it it will detail it will show you the entire information to you. Okay, nothing but A1 cell what you have, A3 what you have, B4 what you have. So all these are information are available in your watch window. I'll explain it one. What is the use of window in detail? It will display all the data for you. So I'll select my data. After selecting the data, otherwise I want to know about only this thing. After selecting the data, click on this watch window. You can keep here. You can see here. So 1 minute, guys. Close this watch window. Add a watch. So I'll just click on this add a watch window. So by default it will select the entire table to you. Click on add option. Yes. So you can see here. 1 minute. I'll go to this. So I'll select this data. After selecting, I'll click on watch window. I'll click on this add watch. So it will select your range. Click on this add option. So I'll just click on I just want to continue. I'll click on yes option. So when you click on this yes option, you can see a book is nothing but your name. Okay, workbook name. So salary sheet is my workbook name. Sheet 1. So cell, it show you the cell address, and in each cell address the value, okay, and the formulas. So this is the use of your watch window. Fine.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hapa.
Ma'am, then in professional situations, how does the watch window help us out?
So when you want to know the particular information, what are the things are available in a particular cell address, okay, so in that time you can use this watch window.
Okay, ma'am. Understood.
Yeah, chalo. So the next one is calculation options are there. So what is this calculation options? So now, so when you pop up this button, we have the automatic except from for table data tables manual. Automatic, see here I have some basic salary here, basic salary of this person. So I'll just highlight with this. Okay, fine. So when I change the basic salary here, you can see here basic salary 17,500 and DA, HRA and the remaining things are there. And this is the net salary of Ranju. So instead of 17,500, so I'll do one thing. I'll increase the salary by 25,800. Okay, when I change the salary and click on enter button, you can see the changes in the each and every cell. Automatically it make a changes here, 51601290, and auto whatever the formula we have given here, automatically it will make a changes. That is the use of what your automatic. Okay, so I'll use a control Z here. This is the original salary. Here calculation type, I'll take it as a manual. So I'll just click on this manual. When I make a changes, you can see here 17,500 and these are the amount. Here I'll go for the 25,600. When I click on this enter option, any changes in the another the remaining cells, you have a 35,000, so 3,500, 875. So manually you have to make a changes. Okay, when you selected this data, when it is in the automatic, when you make a changes in this single cell, if that is related to the another cells, automatically it make a changes here. That is the use of your automatic. Manual is nothing but, so after when it is in a manual, can you see a calculate now or calculate sheet option? So I'll just click on this calculate now. So when you use a calculate now, now you can see the changes in the remaining cells. Control Z, you can see again when I use a control Z, it is changing for the current cell. So when I click on this calculate sheet, now you can see the changes. Okay, these are the uses of your calculation options. So I'll take it as a automatic. So I'll make a changes automatically. It is applicable for the remaining cells.
Ma'am, can you explain manual again, ma'am?
So when it is in the manual, if I make a changes in a particular cell, you can see my 25,600 is a basic salary. So instead of 25, so I'll make a changes here. For example, 95,500. When I click on it, any changes in the remaining cells? It is showing
No,
the net
ma'am.
salary. So what I will do to make a changes, you have to enter here. What you have to enter? Calculate now, otherwise calculate sheet options are there. So I'll use here calculate now option. Now you can see the changes. This is the use of your manually. When you give the particular option to calculate, then only it will calculate your data. When it is automatic, if I change in the single cell, instead of 20,500, automatically it make a changes in the remaining cells or the related cells.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine then. So these are the option formula auditing and calculation. The next one is very important, that is defined names. Okay, so I'll just change with, I'll just close this sheet 2. I'll take some data here. Employee ID. Okay, fine. Instead of employee ID, I'll take it as a registration number. Names, some subject, physics, chemistry. Thank you. Physics, chemistry. After that, I'll go for the maths. Geographical, biology. I'll make a total of it. So I'll use NICT 101, NICT 102. Let's select, I'll drag. So I'll use the option here, equals to ran between 35 to 89. I'll just close the bracket, enter. Fine. So then here we have the option defined names, okay, which is help us to give the name for a table, okay, or the column or the row. So we are using for this, we are using the define names, okay. I'll just show it to you. I'll select this table. After selecting the table, I'll click on this define name, okay. So I'll change a name for this. I'll take it as a data 1. So here refer to is nothing but the range of it. I'll click on this OK button, okay. It is used for giving the name for your table. Now, not only a table, for your column also. So what I will do, I'll select this column. I'll click on this define name. I'll tell you what's the use of it, okay. I'll click on this OK button. Again, I'll click on this. I'll click on this define name. I'll click on this OK button. Okay, fine. Now I want to make a total of it, okay. So instead of what I'm just using this equals to sum, open the bracket. So we have to select it like this, no, 1 2 3 like this. So 1 minute, I'll just select it. I'll click control N. I want to make a total column wise, okay. So I'm using here equals to sum, open the bracket. I have to select the data like this 1 2 3, okay. So instead of that, what I will do, I'll use here equals to sum, open the bracket. What is the name we have given? That is phy, okay. So just close the bracket, enter it. Can you see here, without selecting the data, just you have to give the name of a column, automatically it will display the data for you, okay. This is a use of your define name. Fine.
Can you explain this once again, please?
You got the meaning of what is the use of define name? It is used for giving the names to your table column, okay. Instead of selecting again and again, directly you can use the name of that column or a table.
Ma'am, can you explain the define name practically once more?
Sure. Fine. So define name is used to give the name for your table. So when I want to make a total of it, so what I have to do equals to sum, open the bracket. I have to select the name of it, okay. I have to select it manually, close the bracket, enter. So instead of this, what I will do, I'll give the name for each and every column by using the define name, okay. You can see here define and apply the names for it. What is the name manager? You can edit it, you can delete it, you can create it. User formula. Okay, I'll tell you what is the user formula option. So I want to make a total of it. So what I will do, I'll select this. I'll give the name for this column. I'll give the name for this column. That is, you can give it as a A1. Okay, so I'm giving the name as a A1. Otherwise, you can go for the P1. Click on OK button. Okay, fine. One P underscore 1. So click on OK button. Okay. Do you have any query till here?
No,
How
ma'am.
to how to define a name for your table or a column?
No, ma'am. Understood.
Okay. Now I'll make a total of it. So I want to make a total of this. So I'm using here sum. Instead of selecting this, what we have to do? Just click on this P. You can see here the table name or the defined name is displaying for me. So I'll click on select or the enter option. After selecting this, just close the bracket of it. After closing the bracket, enter. So it will show you the total of it. Fine.
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Fine then. Now, if I added some data here, I'll take it as a NICT 110. I'll select a date here. Now, can you see here? When I click on this, it is selected till NICT 109. So I want to add this. So what you have to do? Go to this name manager. When you want to alter it, delete it, okay, create it, we'll go for the name manager option. So I'll click on this name manager. Now I'll click on the second one. After clicking the second one, you have the option new, edit, delete. So I'll just click on this edit option. Now you can change the name, and now I want to make a changes in my refers or the data. So I'm selecting this data. Otherwise, you can select it from here. Click on OK button. After that, close option. Now you can see the changes. For editing your table, or if you want to delete your table or the column, if you added or deleted something, so in that time, if you want any alteration, delete, create, will go for the name manager option. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo. The next one is use in formula. So what all we created, it will show you the data here. Data 1, P1. So these are the two tables or the names I have defined in my sheet. Now, so every time we have to create it one by one. No, we have to select it. We have to go to the define names. Again, I have to select chemistry define name, maths define name. Instead of that, okay, I'll just delete this one. I'll select this. I'll click on delete option. Again, I'll click on this, delete, close it. Now I'll select the entire table. After selecting the entire table, you have the option here, create from selection. After selecting the data, create from selection. So you have the option here. I want to create a top row, left column, bottom row, right column. I'll show with all the things. First I'll go for the top row. Click on OK button. Now can you see your use in formula? All the data is created for you. You go to the name manager. So automatically it will create. I'll just show it to you. I'll use equals to sum, open the bracket. You can type here. You can see. Close the bracket, enter. Excuse me. Like this, you can use the create from selection. Instead of creating one by one, select all the things, click on create selection. So I'll just show with one more thing. So I'll select the entire data. I'll go to the create from selection. You have the option here, left column. So I have a left column here. I'll click on OK button. Now I want to check with the name manager. So you can see here. I'll just use here equals to sum, open the bracket. You can type here NICT 1. Okay, it will select the whole thing. You can see. Just close the bracket, enter. Just select it and drag it. Okay, but you will get the same thing. See, it is fixed. And one is there. So don't drag it. Any doubt regarding your defined names? So in depth, when we are working for the lookup function, properly you'll understand with these defined names, why we are using, how to use it, what are the things. Okay, everything in depth we are going to work on this defined names. Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So we discussed regarding the defined names and formula auditing. The next topic we are going to learn, that is we have the option here. Of course, you know about sort, A to Z or Z to ascending or descending order. The next filter is also you know about it. So filtering is nothing but when you want to view the or display the required information, we are using the filter option. Now we are going to discuss regarding the advanced filter. I'll just show with both the difference. What is the drawback of a filter? I'll close this. Okay, I'll go for this pivot chart. Fine. So data tab. What is filter? Can you tell me what is a shortcut key to insert a filter for your table? Any one of you?
Ma'am, shortcut key for?
Filter your table. To insert a filter for your table. We discussed no. Sort and filter. Fine. Okay. So I have some data here. To filter my data, okay, I'll go to the filter. Otherwise, the shortcut key is Control plus Shift plus L. Control plus Shift plus L. You have to select any one of the cell within the table. After that, you can use the shortcut key Control Shift L. When you click on this Control Shift L, for example, in a region, I'll pop up the button. I want to know only which is related to a north. So I'll select a north. I'll click on OK button. So it will display only the north related data. But what about my remaining data, guys? So it will hide the remaining data. That is a main drawback of normal filter. Okay. So I'll just click on this clear option. Any doubt till here? The filter already we discussed regarding
No.
this topic. So I'll just remove it. Now, advanced filter. So advanced filter is used for example, it will not hide the original data and you can paste it in the another place or the another location within a sheet or the another sheet. So that is the main advantages of advanced filter. I'll just go for the I'll just show you the practical. If you don't understand, let me know. Fine. So I have some data here. Fine. Okay. So I'll take one criteria here. So my criteria is region north. Okay. So I'll take the same thing. Fine. Now I'll click on this any of this cell in the entire table. I'll click on this advanced. So when I click on this advanced, you can see an option for filtering using the complex criteria. First, I'll go for the single criteria. After that, I'll show with the complex criteria. So I want to display, I want to copy the data which is related to a north. So I'll just click on this advanced. So when you click on this advanced, you have the option here advanced filter, filter the least in a piece. So it select the range. So by default, it will select the whole table. What is the criteria? I'll click on this criteria. The criteria is the region north. I want to display the data which is related to a north region. Okay. So I'll select it. I want to copy it in the sheet. So can you see here one more option is there. Copy to the another location. So I'll click on this. Copy to. Select it. Select this cell. Okay. Copy to select that. Click on this cell. Click on this OK button. 1 minute. The north. Okay. I'll copy this. I'll paste this. Enter. Fine. So it is a case sensitive. I'll just copy and paste the data here. So I'll select it. I'll copy. I'll paste it here. This is my criteria. I'll select it. After selecting this, I'll go to the advanced filter. I'll give the criteria here. So I'll click on this copy to the another location. Criteria ranges region north, copy to. So copy to the this cell, click on OK button. Now you can see here. Here you will get the original data. Here it will display the whatever the criteria you have given. Got it, or can I explain it once? I'll explain it the one other example. We have a lot of example. One by one we'll go for that. Fine.
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Fine. Next, I'll add a one more criteria here, that is department. So instead of typing here, because it is a case sensitive, I'll select it. I'll paste it now. So I'll just remove this. I'll select this cell, advanced. I want to copy it to the another location. Okay, so here criteria range is there, no? 4 to 5. Yeah. Hmm. Done. Sorry for the disturbance. So criteria ranges, I'll select this criteria. So copy to. So copy to, select the cell, any one of the cell here. Wherever you want, here you want, here, wherever you want, you can select the cell. Click on this OK button. So it will display the data. The region is north and the department is garments. So it will display the data for you. So when you have more than, or you have a lot of criteria, you can go for that. So one more I'll use it with which is related to your total sales. We'll go for this. So I'll just select it and I'll bracket. Okay, fine. So I'll use a total sales here. I'll copy and I'll paste it. So I'll select my criteria is the sales is, okay, I want to display the data which the total sales is greater than, the total sales is greater than 3,500, greater than 3,500. This is my criteria. What is my criteria? So I want to display the data which contain the total sales, or I want to filter my data which contain the total sales greater than 3,500. Now I'll select this cell. I'll click on this advanced, that is in a data tab, advanced. So after that, copy to the another location, least range. You can see the least range here. Criteria, I'll delete this criteria. My criteria is total sales that is greater than 3,500. Copy to where I want to, I want to copy here. So I'm selecting the location. Click on OK button. You can see here I have a data here. So which the total sales is, which is the total sales is greater than 3,500. So this is the one more advanced filter. Okay, so we'll use another criteria. So if you have a date filter, we'll go for that. Am I going fast? Do you have any query regarding any of the data?
Ma'am, can you explain this criteria using the that subject data?
Okay, fine. So I have some data here. Okay, so my criteria is I want to filter the data to another place where the total sales is greater than 3,500. You can not only take it as a greater than 3,000. If I want to display the data less than 3,000, so I'll, instead of greater than, I'm using here less than, sorry, less than 3,000. Okay, so what I will do, I'll select the data. After selecting the data, you have the option here advanced filter. Then you have the option copy to another location. Criteria, what is your criteria? Total sales less than 3,000. And where you want to copy to, I'll select this cell. Okay, after that, do you have any query till here?
No, ma'am.
Click on OK button. So it will display the data which is less than 3,000. So first one, the another one is 2. The remaining things are all are 3000 only. So less than 3000, it will paste to the selected location. So same thing. So other things will go for date. I'll give us some dates here. 7/1/24, 7/5/24, 12 slash sorry 7/11/24, 7/13/24. Then I'll go for 7/8/24, 7/28/24, 7/31/24, 7/18/24, 7 slash 4/24, 7/22/24. So here I have some data here. Okay, so I'll select this. I'll keep it. Give me 1 minute. Fine. So what is the next criteria? So I'll take a date here. So the date here I'll go for the I want to display the data or copy the data to the another location where the date contain less than where the date contain less than 10, where the date contain less than 10. I have some date here. Okay, click on enter button. Any doubt regarding this criteria or you have any query? I want to display the data where the all the dates, okay, where the dates are there. So I want to display where less than 10th, okay, less than 10th data I want. So this is my criteria. Any query regarding this criteria?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Fine. So I'll select any one of the cell. I'll go to the option here, data, advanced. Now, can you see a least range? It is not selected the date. I'll try to give the data here. No. So what I will do, I'll just select the date here from date the whole thing. Okay, so after selecting it, okay, so criteria is, what is your criteria? Select this criteria,
Like,
date less than 10th. Okay, I want to copy it to another location. So the copy to the different location, click on OK button. So you can see here it will display the date which is less than 10th of July. So this is how we use the advanced filter. Fine. Or some other things you have. If you want, I'll explain it once. Any of the queries. Fine. Chalo.
No,
So if I want to display the unique entries, okay, So I have some data. Okay, I'll just copy paste some data. Same data I'll copy, I'll paste it here. I'll paste it for this plus fine. So I have some data here. If I want to insert some unique entries, okay, so I'll select the data. After selecting the data, you can select any one of the cell. Click on the data tab, advanced. You have the option here. So least range already it is selected. You can see here. I'll click on this copy to another location, and the criteria. What is the criteria? You can select any one of the criteria here, no issues. Location. So the location, the below only I'll select. After selecting this below, can you see your unique records only? Unique records only. So after selecting this, click on OK button. So it will display only the unique data for you. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine then. So the next one is, so whatever we copied, it is in the same sheet, no? The data is in the same sheet, okay, where we are copying and pasting. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
what I will do, I want to copy it to another sheet. So I'll just click on Control Z. Give me 1 minute. Fine. So I'll take the same data here, less than 710, but I want to copy the filter data into a next sheet. So what I will do, I'll select any one of it. Okay, before that, I'll click on this new one. I have a sheet 1 and sheet 3 here. Now, I'll click on this advanced. Sorry, 1 minute. Click here, advanced. What is selecting? After this, least ranges. So I'll select the least range here. Can you see a copy to the another location? I'll click on this copy to another location. Criteria, I'll select this criteria and copy to. Here I'll click on the sheet 3. Till, do you have any query?
No, ma'am.
So copy to, I'll go to the sheet 3. If you select any of the location, okay, I'll click on this OK button. But can you see here? You can only copy the filtered data to the active sheet. What do you mean by active sheet? When you select this cell, this is the active sheet. When I select this cell, this is the active sheet. When I select this is the active sheet. According to that, you can filter the data only the active sheet. With the same procedure, little bit different. Okay, fine. So I'll select
Yes,
the
ma'am.
active sheet. I'll click on this advanced. Now, least range. Now I'll go to the sheet 1. Okay. After going to the sheet 1, I'll select the table. First, you have to be there in the active sheet. That is where you want to copy. Click on this advanced. Then least range is sheet 1. After that, select the table. Okay. After that, criteria. What is the criteria? I'll click on this. Again, I'll click on the sheet 1. I'll select my criteria. Then one more thing, I'll go to this copy to the location. Now copy where you want. I want to start it from third. Select that place. Click on OK button. This is how we copy the data, or we filter the data and we paste it in the another sheet. Okay, same procedure we are working in the active sheet. Fine.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
can you explain again, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. So now I want to shift my filtered data to the next sheet. If I follow that step, we'll get the error that so we can filter in the active sheet. So this is my active sheet where I want to filter my data. So I'm selecting the active sheet. Click on this advanced. Okay. So you'll get this dialog box. Now least range. The least range is in the sheet 1. So click on this sheet 1. Okay, you can see a least range sheet 1. After select the table. After this, select the table. Any query?
No, ma'am.
Next, I'll click on this criteria range. Again, we are in the active sheet. I'll click on sheet 1. So, and the criteria range, I'll select it, and the criteria range, I'll select it. After this, I'll click on this copy to another location. Now we are in the active sheet. Select wherever you want, select the cell of it. After selecting the cell of it, okay, is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the some options we discussed for the today's class, and I want all the practical assignments on Monday. Is that fine?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, don't log out.
Ma'am,
Hapa, hapa.
ma'am, yes, ma'am, can you explain how to find the difference in the fields, ma'am, when they have given starting time and as well as ending time, ma'am?
Next class, can I explain it to you? Is that fine for you?
Yeah, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, don't log out.